It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
It's the upset specialist in the house, Thomas Boykin.
Yeah. Always and forever. Who? Mr. Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
Man, them Dallas Cowboys put a beat down. That's exactly what it was, a beat down on the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, Dak Prescott, 24-39, 271 yards, 2 TDs. Might add no interceptions. Pollard only rushed for 59 yards, but he did enough. Man, when we look at it, score was 33-13. I thought it would be a closer game. I picked Dallas to win this game. I thought it would be a closer game. Fellas, as you looked at this game, what do you think about the Dallas Cowboys and how they were able to dismantle the Philadelphia Eagles this time around?
I think, first off, let me say this. Kudos to the Dallas Cowboys for winning that game. And kudos for once to Dak Prescott for actually playing a very solid football game. He played a very, very solid football game and got his team over the hump, beating the Philadelphia Eagles. Kudos to them. Now, the flip side of the coin. Philly has not been dominant as they were last year. If you look at this time where they was at last year, they were dominant. The things that Dallas was doing against them this year, they weren't getting away with it last year. They were shutting them completely down. So I don't know what they figured out as far as Dallas offensively, but whatever it is they figured out worked. And I think it has a lot to do with getting the ball out of Dak Prescott's hands a little faster than normal instead of him holding the ball and patting the ball and waiting on things to develop downfield. It's more quick hitters, swing passes, quick slants, many semi-deep balls instead of the extra deep ball. It's all playing for his betterment. All he's got to do is stay accurate with the ball, which he's doing a good job of that right now. I have to give him his props. Far from me giving it to him on a regular basis, but he's doing his thing. But other than that, I think Philly has a lot of restructuring and retooling to do. I don't know what's going on with them defensively because the last several weeks they've been looking real shaky on defense. I've never seen them look that lethargic on defense like they looked against Dallas. They looked terrible against Dallas defensively and offensively. They looked terrible. They made Dallas's defense look that good, which for them, they could be that good for them, but it could be a bad matchup for the Eagles offensive line and Cowboys defense. Who knows? We'll find out the difference later on because I think it's gonna come back and tell in the playoffs. But for right now, good win for the Cowboys. What you got on them, MJ?
Well, I'm gonna look at it this way. That was a good win, a great win by the Cowboys. Um, Honestly, in my opinion, uh, they could have won that game back in Philadelphia when they played earlier. So Philly didn't play a good game back then uh, when they played before. And I think the Cowboys they they are picking up momentum where they need to be picking it up at. They look seem like they're gonna head into the playoffs, looking pretty good. Which is like you said, on the flip side, the Eagles they're not looking so good. You know, One thing with the Eagles, they had a offensive coordinator change, and it has impacted that team. I mean, um, AJ Brown, he's not getting the ball like he was last year.
No.
On those patterns, and Hurts doesn't seem comfortable when he drops back. You know what I mean? Even his runs, he's a little. I don't know. He seemed like he reverted back to his Alabama days, and So I think Dak Prescott, man, I think he's grown. I think he's gotten better. Like you said, man, he's eliminated the interceptions. And I mean, only time will tell, and really we judge the Cowboys by the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
This right here is nice, winning and beating the Eagles and everything, but we're gonna really see what you're made of when you get into the playoffs. But as for right now, the Cowboys, they right now they are a much better team than the Eagles.
Agreed. From this game vantage point, absolutely advantage Dallas.
Fellas, what do you think about? And I don't want to leave this kid out. This Brandon Aubrey, the kicker. That fella was kicking up things, man, from anywhere on that football field. He's 30 for 30, man. He hasn't missed. What do you guys think about that as a weapon for the Cowboys?
It's a very viable weapon. It gives you a chance to at least put points on the board, at the bare minimum 3 points. My thing is right now, yeah, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Okay, I'll give him that. But it's a whole nother thing when you're under the gun. When you got to kick a ball to win a football game with 1 or 2 seconds left in the game, and you got to make something from even reasonable. It's been known to happen where you miss a reasonable kick under pressure. So we'll see. But for now, oh yeah, it's a viable weapon. Absolutely, to get points, absolutely, it's a viable weapon.
Hey, I'm like this, Jeff. We're talking about a kicker. We're talking about a kicker here.
Yes, sir.
No,
That
but
part.
seriously, hey, the boy's doing this thing, man. 30 for 30. I think in football, you have to have all three faces of the game working. That's offense, defense, and special teams. And
Absolutely.
that is an extra weapon. And if you don't have a kicker, you know, I'm thinking, kickers, yeah, we don't talk much about them, but this season right here, I've seen kickers kicking the ball. It's not uncommon for them to line up a kicker to go out there and kick a 65-yard field goal now. I mean, it's unbelievable. With everything from how it used to be in the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, whatever. Now these cats are kicking 65, almost 70-yard field goal. That's a weapon to have if you got a field goal kicker that can kick and be accurate. Like Thomas said, this is regular season. It's not pressurized. It goes the same with the quarterback, Dak Prescott. We're not in a pressure situation. It's easy to win ball games. It's easy to throw and not throw interceptions. It's easy to kick those 50-yarders, and it's good. We'll see when it comes playoff time if that kicker can still hold his composure and kick those 3-pointers and extra points.
Under duress, it's a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah.
Trying to tell you.
Well, fellas, when we look at this game, there was 3 turnovers that Philly had. I mean, Dallas pretty much bullied these guys. When you look at it, you could see it in their faces. Dallas, they had all the momentum, they had all the confidence, and then when you look at the Eagles on the flip side, they look like they were just ready to get up out of there. That when we look at these turnovers, man, if Dallas is on their A game and they're not making mistakes, that's what I always say. Dallas always tend to shoot themselves in the foot. They one of them teams that have momentum and then a big penalty that'll just take away that momentum. But if Dallas is able to keep their composure and play solid football, man, now I ain't saying they can mess with the Niners. I don't think so. But I think they could beat anybody else.
I think this last game, believe it or not, I think half of Philly's problem is they still haven't gotten over how out physical they got against San Francisco. Because I think San Francisco, kind of took their heart a little bit. Because really, if you look at the San Francisco game, they got outmatched, outplayed, outbullied, out physical, outcoached. It said a lot. and it sent a mental message to Philly. And I don't know if they've recovered yet. And Dallas wasn't the game for them to go to sleep. And now they're looking at Philly being pretty vulnerable right now because they're looking like, if all we got to do is match them physically and take their heart, we got a shot. Because that's what the Cowboys have done. That's what the Niners have done. If we can out physical them, and outsmart them, we can win the football game. Keep the mistakes at a minimum, and we got a shot.
I
What you got
think,
on it?
I think, man, unfortunately for Philadelphia, they got this stretch of these good teams they had to face here kind of mid to late season, which is unfortunate for them, man. Because if if they had played San Francisco a little earlier in the year like Dallas did, but it's unfortunate who scheduled these games for them, man. They put them
That
games
part.
on top of each other like that. And
That
so
part.
yeah, I think Philly's I think their wheel right now, I think their mindset, their spirit is a little broken. The quick fix for that is to win. And I don't know what their next opponents is going to look like, but once they kind of get a couple wins, maybe they can kind of put those they can't completely put the two losses behind them, but and maybe they got to get some games, some wins to get some confidence going. Now back with the Cowboys, I think this game was very important for them to win and dominate like they did. For the simple fact is, it gives them confidence going into the playoffs that, hey, man, we can play with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And we probably can play against the 49ers if we sit and we keep our composure and we play sound football and don't turn the ball over. So I think this ball game with the Eagles and the Cowboys, I think it gave the Cowboys a lot of confidence. And as far as the Eagles, I just think they're beaten and bruised right now, and I honestly, this time of the year, I don't know if they can get, I hope they can get their swagger back, man. But right now it seems like it's lost.
I think what this is for them to bounce back, I think is going to come down to coaching to get them mentally refocused. Maybe have a practice to where you got to focus on your assignment. You have a practice where you hit and you stay on point and refocus your energy and refocus what you're supposed to be doing and what's made you dominant thus far. I think that's the mentality they got to have. Other than that, if they just sit back and be like, well, we're the Eagles and everybody's going to fall and bow down, it's not going to happen.
Right. And also this too, man. That's why it's so important to seize the moment. When you get that opportunity to play in the Super Bowl, you better win that thing because you know what? Next year is not promised for you to get back there. You know
That's
what I'm
fact.
saying? That season that they had last year was magical. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
and now you see the struggle. All it takes is for an offensive coordinator to leave, maybe or a quarterback to something happened, man, and you can never get back to your success that you had. And I think Philadelphia is looking at that right now, man. They looking like, man, we blew it last year. I don't know if it's a lingering effect that's hanging over him right now, but they're gonna have to snap out of it, man.
I'm glad you said that. If you go back and think about last year, the perfect scenarios happened for Philly to win that thing to get to the Super Bowl last year. It absolutely lined up perfectly. I mean, you go in the NFC Championship game and San Francisco loses not only the starting quarterback, but the backup quarterback. You can't script it any better than that. It was lined up for the here, take it. Dallas had the shot to stop him. Well, he had the shot to stop Frisco and came up short. I mean, you can't ask for a better scenario for them to get to the Super Bowl last year. Now they're finding out, yeah, the stars aligned last year to do it. Now this year, not so much. Now we got to put in the work. We got to do what we got to do to get that. And if we do the work, it may or may not pay off. But if we do the work right, it can pay off.
And you know, man, whenever Hurts drop back to pass, I mean, it just seemed like there is nobody open. You
If you
know,
play,
it's
if
like
you play in
nobody.
certain defenses, it's like that.
Yeah.
Frisco is one of them defenses where if you run play action, yeah, their DBs got you covered. You're not looking at any windows at
Yeah.
all. You might look at a swing pass or a check down. That's about all you're gonna look at.
And I'm very disappointed for Philly line of scrimmages on both sides of the ball, man. I'm not impressed this year. You know, they got all them Georgia Bulldogs on that team and Alabama players on that team. And
Gotta have
they're
heart,
not
man.
producing
Gotta
this
have
year.
heart.
Yeah, you gotta have heart, man. You gotta
Have
you
heart.
got you have to complete the X's and O's. You know what I'm saying? You just can't say I'm Philadelphia, like you said, Tom, and go out there and say, hey, we're gonna win this game. Now you gotta execute. And I think when Philadelphia plays San Francisco, I mean, this last game that they played, San
Mm-hmm.
Francisco was kind of a little scared at the beginning, but then once they started seeing, hey man, we can actually run the ball and throw on these guys, you can see that confidence level grow and grow. And then
Mm-hmm.
that was it, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Well, for the Eagles, Mike Jones, the schedule looks like this. Got the Seahawks next. They got the Giants, got the Cardinals, and then they finish off with the Giants. So pretty easy schedule down the stretch.
Yeah, all those games are winnable for them.
Exactly.
All those games are winnable for them if they go out and do what they're supposed to do and execute like they're supposed to do. All these games are very winnable for Philly.
Then you look at the Cowboys schedule down the stretch. The Cowboys got the Bills next.
They'll beat Buffalo.
They got to go there. They
They'll
got to
beat
go there.
they'll beat Buffalo.
I agree. Then they got the Dolphins. I think they'll beat the Dolphins too. I think the Cowboys go win up. They got the Lions. The Lions.
I don't know if they're gonna beat the Lions.
I think they'll beat them. And then they got the Commanders.
Now the
So
Commanders is gonna be closer than what people think. The Commanders, when they play the Commanders, it's gonna be a lot closer than what people think.
well, fellas, as I always say,
We'll
we
see what happens.
shall see. All right, fellas, let's turn our attention, man, to some NFL picks.
Yes,
Let's turn our
sir.
attention to some NFL picks.
Yes, sir.
The Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers versus Raiders. Who you guys like it in that one?
Tough call. I'll take the Chargers in this one. I think the Raiders are still. They got a couple wins to get them, acclimated to winning, but I still don't think that's enough. Give me the Chargers.
I'm gonna take the Raiders in this. I'm not for sure something's going on with Justin Herbert. I don't know if he's injured, hurt, or something. I don't know what's going on, but I like the fight that the Raiders have been putting up. Give me Raiders.
I'm gonna roll with the Chargers in this one. I'll roll with the Chargers in this one. All right, fellas, how about the Vikings and the Bengals?
Well, the Bengals got an impressive win with a backup quarterback. Their backup quarterback is playing pretty well. I'll take the Bengals in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals. The Bengals backup quarterback is better than the Vikings backup quarterback.
Facts.
Yeah, I like the Bengals in this one too. All right, fellas, how about Mr. Boykins Steelers versus the Colts? Who you guys like it?
Man, with the way we playing, I don't know. With the way we playing, I don't know. The first team in NFL history to lose to two teams back to back with 10 losses.
Mm.
But I'm still riding with my Steelers.
I am going to go with the Steelers as well.
Well, I'm going to play upset specialist.
Uh-oh.
I think the Colts will win this game.
Uh-oh.
I got Indy in this one. All right, fellas. The Broncos and the Lions. Broncos and the Lions.
You know what? It's going to be a tougher game than what people think. Contrary to popular belief, my man has kind of woke up with Denver. They've been playing some solid football. I really believe that they got it kind of figured out. So I'm gonna roll upset dice and roll with the Broncos.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll with you. I'm getting this dice game too. And and I think, man, I've been hearing some grumbling with the fans with Jared Goff, man. That's how you do when you lose. They put it on the quarterback. And
Yes, sir.
Denver has been playing good, so I'm gonna ride with the Broncos. Let's ride.
You know what? I think the Lions go get a little bite back. I
Oh,
think they gonna win this one. I think
oh.
they gonna win this one. All right, how about the Giants and the Saints? Who you guys like it? Giants versus Saints.
Battle of futility. But if I'm gonna take the lesser of two evils, give me the Saints in this one.
Tell you what, man, Giants, man. I wanted to take them this past week, but I didn't do it. I'm taking the Giants, man. They got that quarterback, man. I don't know if he's a young Italian, what he is. He's starting to light it up, man. Give me Giants.
I'm gonna roll with the Saints. I'm gonna roll with the Saints in that one. How about the Bears versus the Browns? Bears versus Browns.
The Bears have been playing competitive football up to now, but I think the Browns defense will be too much. Give me the Browns.
Wow. Um, Joe Flacco came in and had a great game.
Didn't he
I,
though? Didn't he
yeah,
though?
but
Footsteps Falco.
I'm gonna be an upset specialist on this particular game. I'm gonna go with Chicago on this.
I'm rolling with the Browns. I got the Browns. All right, fellas, the Falcons and the Panthers. Who you guys like into this?
Well, yeah, Mike. I wholeheartedly, brother, wholeheartedly, give me the Falcons.
Yeah, no choice but to go with the Falcons on this game.
That part.
Yeah, I got the Falcons.
That
I'm gonna be
part.
smart.
That part. You can't dial this up any better than that.
Yeah, gotta go Falcons.
Got to.
All right, fellas, the Buccaneers versus my Green Bay Packers. Who you guys liking?
I tell you what. Where is that game being played?
Lambeau Field.
Oh yeah, give me Jordan Love and them. Give me the Pack.
Yeah, give me the Pack. I don't know what the temperature gonna be in up there in Wisconsin, but I would love them to get it done.
All right, fellas. I'm feeling the love. They let me down last game against the Giants, but I'm feeling the love again. I think they
Yeah.
redeemed themselves. I think they beat the Buccaneers. I got the Packers. All right, fellas, how about the Jets and the Dolphins? Ooh,
Well, you
Jets
know what?
played good last week.
You know what? You can't say the track meet no more. The track meet's kind of The track meet's been kind of relegated to the 50-yard dash.
2 mile relay.
that that part. And the Jets defensively have been playing pretty solid, but I still think Miami got too many weapons offensively. Y'all still ride Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Dolphins, man. I think the Jets are ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins. I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins. All right, fellas, how about the Chiefs versus the Patriots? Chiefs versus Patriots. What you guys like it?
Tell you what, Patrick Mahomes has been struggling here. Offensively, they've been struggling, and defensively, they've been struggling. And I don't know what it is that's going on that's making them struggle. Can't figure it out. So the upset specialist in me is going to roll Patriots.
Look, guys, I told you about the I've been telling you guys about them Chiefs, man. They ain't who they think we are. I mean, who we think they are. Um, and plus, man, your boy Patrick Mahomes, man, with all that crying he did the other night when they lost. Just take the loss, man. It happens. Okay. So give me the Chiefs in this.
I think the Chiefs win this one. I think that they'll bounce back. All right, how about the Texans versus the Titans? Or the Titans pull one off, Mike Jones.
Mm,
And your boy at running back lit it up.
mm.
Sheesh, that's a ooh-wee. I don't know. I may have to roll the dice. Tennessee might have found something. Give me the Titans on a sneaker.
Didn't CJ get hurt? I thought CJ got hurt the last game.
I didn't hear if he did or not, but I know they struggled though. Houston struggled that last game. They struggled mightily the last game.
Um, where's that game played at, Jeff?
The Titans are at home.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I'm like Thomas, man. I think Tennessee might be on to something. I think they're gonna make that division sweat. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the Titans on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with you fellas on that one. I think the Titans win this one. I think they finna show that they can play some football. All right, the 49ers versus the Cardinals. 49ers versus the Cardinals. Who you guys like it?
Man, you know what? Arizona's sneaky. Arizona is sneaky, man. They do some things offensively that make people nervous. But Frisco's got too much D. Give me Frisco.
Yeah, I think San Francisco. I think they had their bumps in the road, like Philly is having their bumps in the road. I think Philly gonna ride. I mean, San Francisco is gonna ride into the playoffs very strong. So look for San Francisco to win this.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the 49ers in this one. All right, how about the Commanders versus the Rams? Commanders versus Rams. Who you guys like it?
Give me the Commanders in this one. I think the Commanders are playing solid football on both sides of the football. I think they're doing everything they can to win football games, and I think Bieniemy will have them ready to play. Give me the Commanders.
I'm gonna take the Rams on this one, man. I don't know why. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna take the Commanders. I was high on them early in the season, but I'm gonna go with the Rams on this.
Yeah, I feel like the Rams will pull this one off. I'm not sold on the Commanders. All right, the Cowboys versus the Bills. Who you guys like it?
I got the Cowboys winning this, unfortunately. But uh, Buffalo has hit a brick wall when it comes to playing solid football teams. They've hit a hard brick wall. Give me the Cowboys in this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cowboys just for that same reason that Thomas just alluded to. The Bills have hit a wall. They something. I think that's it. There is no more going forward this year. Yeah.
And I got to agree with you, fellas. I got the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys own something now. The Ravens versus the Jaguars. Who you guys like it? Ravens versus Jaguars.
I'm gonna tell you what. That's a trap game. That is a big trap game for Baltimore. That's got upset written all over it. Give me the Jags in this one.
Ooh. Um, man, did you see Lamar Jackson? Man, the boy is still exciting
Oh,
to
man,
watch.
I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking anything away from Baltimore. Baltimore is who they are.
Yeah,
But it's just something about Jacksonville.
and I think Jacksonville they starting to run into a wall too right now. So give me the Ravens.
But I'm gonna take the Ravens in this one. Take the Ravens. But I hear you upset specialist. That them Jaguars, you never know now.
They sneaky, man. There's something
Yeah.
about them that's real sneaky, man.
All right. Our final game, the Eagles versus the Seahawks. Who you guys liking in that one?
I'm gonna tell you what, man. Gino's gonna get them the right back. Give me the Seahawks.
What? Okay. No, man. Look, man. The Eagles
I
gonna
think
get back
Philly's
on
heart.
track.
I think Philly heart been ripped out a little bit. I think they're a little vulnerable.
Yeah, they're vulnerable, but at the same time, we are playing the Seahawks, man. So
Mm-hmm.
go Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta roll with the Eagles, man. I think the Eagles, they done took they couple L's, and I think now they feel like somebody got to pay the piper.
I
And
like it when
I
upset
think it's gonna be the
specialists go by
Seahawks.
yourself.
I think so.
I like when he go by yourself.
All right. Upset specialist, Mike Jones. We've talked about it. Until the next time, it's been 234 Sports Talk. You can catch us right here on YouTube. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on X. You can catch us on Instagram. We are out. Want you to like, want you to comment, and we will get back to you. We will reply. Whether you like what we said or whether you don't like what we said, we'll get back to you. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.